Well, hello there, Minecrafters. Thanks for coming by. We're back in Diversity 2 today, the developer commentary in the trivia branch. Spoilers, play the map again. You probably have if you were watching this. Man, I did not think it'd be taking this many episodes to go over these commands, but there's so much stuff. Oh man, I'll be happy when we're done the trivia branch. It's my favorite branch to watch people play, but it is a lot easier building it than trying to explain how you do everything. Anyway, this is the what do pistons move question, and daylight sensor is the correct answer. I'm not going to go into crafting tables, just basically a piston thing pushing a crafting table. The iron trapdoor I did want to kind of show you just because it's a little bit interesting, and this is not a trick. They will actually move if I show you. Let's place a piston right here. And then we need to do, how do we do it? I think you do this and this and this, and then you can, I think, do this. There we go. So you can actually move a trapdoor back and forth. The funny thing about this one that people seem to like is when okay, come on, where is it? There it is. When you activate the piston, it also activates this signal around here, which by the time it gets all the way over here, let's see if I can remember what this is. I have a creeper. I have this huge command here. Look at all these riding commands. So I have creeper riding, creeper riding, creeper riding, creeper riding, creeper riding, creeper. Shout out to Dragnos, who his videos taught me how to do that. But you can see if I just launch it. Here we go. If I just launch it there we go. That's how many creepers are riding creepers. So you can basically have any mob ride any mob in Minecraft with that little command there. I'm not going to go into detail, but just, break open the map and take a look at the commands. You can figure it out. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. All right, the powered activator rail. It's a little more complicated. Oh, I can see it's already been activated. So let me just go into creative and show you what's happening. For one thing that's kind of interesting, it's going to set out there. When you place a command block, let's see here. If I do this activator rail and I get a give a P command block minecart. Yes, okay. I place this in here and I do a say hi command. You can see it constantly goes off, even though it's not really any. It's kind of like a wireless clock a little bit, but you can only do one command in it. So what's happening here is as soon as you push over that power activator rail, it also sets these commands down here. And I again have that death count objective, which we have this clock, which is testing for that TP death, whatever that objective I've set, testing for that. And that will reset everything. But over here, if you hit if you hit the wrong one, this is one that says do not touch. It activates the clock, but it also there we go. It sees that tell raw, changes your game mode there, and then where is it? Where's that command? I know it's here somewhere. It must be this one. There we go. We summon a minecart command block. I talked about this, I think, in the first episode of the trivia branch commands, but basically we have a command block that I wonder if that even works. I think it does. The command here is to teleport the player up 0.7 of a block constantly, because it's on that wireless clock thing that I showed you, and that player will constantly be moving up and down and up and down. You basically, it's annoying because it's not enough to kill you, but you'll keep shaking. It's kind of a really annoying troll, but the only way to die is to actually jump and give yourself a bit more height so that you take more damage, and eventually you can kill yourself. Or if you start teleporting up, there are barrier blocks up here that will suffocate you. Remember that. That's a cool little trick you can do as a map maker. But that one there, not a lot of people saw. It is really mean. Anyway, on to the next one. All right, the Ender Dragon question here, what they can and can't break. I'll show you the End Portal Frame one here. Here he comes up. They're all the same sort of thing. There he goes. No, don't kill me. I wasn't trying to explain. Now you'll see he dies after a little bit of time. Is it still going? I had to put a failsafe in actually, but they are all the same sort of thing. I've got it quite a far away and obsidian is surrounding these because to stop the dragon in case he flies this way. In some LPs, or I think it was live stream, I did see the dragon come back here and destroy everything. It is a risky thing because I've set on the mob griefing game rule, but down here it looks more complicated than it is. Basically, it's just setting everything back to adventure mode in case you try to cheat. It summons a dragon over here at whatever one you pick, and then it goes through this little bit of a delay all the way through here, and then changes it back to mob grouping false, so that if the dragon comes here, then he can't actually destroy the rest of the map, just in case. And then what it does here is let's see, it activates the stone button in the location. So if you don't end up dying by falling, you can press the button and get out. That's over here where all this is. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. You can see where we are over here. But also we have this little fail safe here I had to design later. It's just a clock. I think it's right here. But what it does is it kills the Ender Dragon within a radius of 21. So if he comes anywhere near this branch, and I've seen it happen, I think only if like one player's over here, for some weird chance, and one's over there has activated the Ender Dragon, he could fly over here and get after, or she, whatever. The Ender Dragon could fly over here and destroy something. But if the dragon is there, he will die within that range. I did that to sort of save the map from breaking. Oh, that would be bad. And then, of course, the clock gets deactivated when you walk over to the other thing. The other thing that happens is, I had these down here because at one point, ender chests were not working in the fill command. But I have basically, where is it? Teleport you over there, incorrect Telra, mob griefing true, set block, you're over here somewhere, I know you are. There is a fill command, oh I think it's this, there we go. So here we go, end portal frame, or this is cloning the ender chests, or this is lava, so wherever it is, that block where they stand in the wrong answer sets the block, activates this, and activates the redstone dust, and sets everything up to go into the consequence section. Okay, question number 23 with the minecart. Let's just pick the wrong answer here, and you'll see you're looking up. I talked about this another time, is you can change the direction the person is facing when you teleport them. I'm just going to create it so we don't die. You see, there we go. And this acts a lot like the minecart command block one. But anytime a minecart lands on an activator or a detector rail, we can send a signal down. What that does is it summons prime TNT right above it. So I'm just gonna kill myself, and you'll see. Watch it one more time. South and west is the wrong answer. You're going to see this, come on. We just summoning a creeper up there, and he's coming down, and you'll see he lands on this, and it summons the TNT and blows everything up. And the way I reset it, because resetting is really important in this map, because of all the testing we had to do, is I have a clone command. This is the exact same, or the same thing here. It clones it over there. So pretty basic there. Yeah, it's pretty basic, but I do like this one because it just freaks people out with that TNT blowing up. All right, I've moved ahead to question 26. The other ones were pretty basic, nothing really I need to go through. Craft your first item here. I've gone through this sort of thing before with the sorting, but I wanted to show you how to sort of activate with a wrong answer. We have a double hopper sorting system, so if it's correct, we're going to put anything, what are you looking for? Anything down here, and if it is correct, it's going to drop down to here if it's a chest, and it's going to activate one more here, which activate a clock, which will say, okay, we're going to clone this back in, and so it resets everything, clears you, and then teleports everybody back. But if it's wrong, So if it's right, it'll go down. If it's wrong, it can't go down, and it'll keep going this way. And then it'll go down here and activate a completely different clock, which will clone in the chest above there. And that reason I have to clone that chest in here is because if they put like 8, you can see you could leave items in there. So we want to eliminate everything in there. But the other thing it does, if I show you, let's see if we can see it in action. There we go. You see the clock running there, activates the repeater, whatever. It's going to clone in this to empty it again. Instead of using a block data, I just cloned in an empty one. And then it's going to, let's see here, give you the tell raw, and it's going to give you the 8 planks back so that you can't be stuck in there. And I've got sort of this, because I didn't want to constantly be giving you stuff, I kind of shut the clock off based on taking away, there we go, that repeater. And then I put a delay and then set it back. Because that's important, because if I didn't have that command in there, so let's just see what happens. Is it this? It's this one? No, it's this one. Okay, so if I activate this, and you'll see. Okay, so now what I need to do is put that in, and then put that in. You can see it says it multiple times. We don't want to do that just for, yeah, you can see how it says it multiple times. So I have to actually eliminate that clock somehow. Yeah, and that was just to completely avoid that. So that's how you can kind of do a right answer and a wrong answer off of a hopper sorting system, so to speak. So the other two are pretty basic. I don't really need to, that's just a kill command, and this one is the same sort of hopper sorting system again. But let's move on to this one. This is the snowman, snow golem thing. And the correct answer is Eddie, but let's pick a wrong answer and show you what's happening. Here we go. All we need to do is find the mob, whoever's labeled. Beast Boy. There we go. Oh, come on. Come back. Come back. Oh, man. No. Come back. But anyway, we just need to kill him. In this case, there we go. In he goes. And as soon as he's dead, we hit set back here. So I'm going to go in again. We'll go to, I guess, Rana. And Rana's right there. So as soon as Rana dies, then it'll send us back. How that's working is, first of all, we have a whole bunch of snowmans, whatever they are, being summoned. But they're actually, let's see, they're actually, yes, they're all snowmen being summoned, except for the one that is correct. I have them actually labeled for myself. And because the custom name visible tag no longer works with mobs, Mojang, fix that, please. It's Anyway, because it doesn't work and you can't see the mob's name unless you're looking directly at them, QWERTY came up with a solution that we summon a snowball riding a mob. And because the snowball, you can't really see it as the entity, it works really, really well. You can see that players, we've named it the snowball Rana, so you're actually seeing the word Rana on the snowball. And then I've also, it's riding the snowman. So you have to kill the snowball, technically, by dropping in the lava, and then you can move on. So we have all these snowmen being summoned in air. If we do a block here, so we do a fill command before it gets, this whole thing gets filled and then removed. We are in sky biome because snowmen don't melt and it does not rain in sky. But over here is the magic of what's happening. We've started a clock. We are going to test for that mob. In this case, it's Rana, and it does exist because it's there. But as soon as it doesn't exist, we have this torch that gets inverted and lit up. And then what happens here is teleport everybody back. We kill all the snowmen that are left. We clear everything from everybody's inventory, and we're able to stop the clock. Over here we have this is actually the first command, I believe, that happens when we set the block here. There we go. It gives us the fishing rod, and then it's going to change that off. It's going to set the clock over here, It's going to clear everything, and it's going to fill everything there. So we're filling this command, and we're setting the redstone block there. So we're actually summoning all these snowmen before we start the clock, so that this comparator does not go deactivated, because then it will just send the people back to the hub again. But basically, that's a complicated way of explaining how you could test for a snowman to die. Alright, so we are on to 28, guys. Getting near the end here. The correct answer is Infinite Minor. Ace of Spades is a pretty easy one to, I don't really need to go into. Basically, you find a piece of paper and it's testing for the player to have that piece of paper. But Mithruna here is an interesting one. So I'm going to show you what happens here. I said this last time, that this was inspired by a map that Etho never finished, but he showed everybody he was making it. And all we're doing is we are summoning a Ghast. Let's see, we set the stone block there, but we summon a Ghast right inside this wall. And because we're summoning it inside the wall, we're actually causing the Ghast to like be suffocated. So he starts freaking out and gets really angry. And then all we need is that stone button there. But I really like that one. It's not really complicated. But and then the last one here in this section, the terrassology one, this is my favorite one, I think. It is probably the most complicated one, but I will try and break it down. Showed you what happened last time. But here we have this command here is going to set a redstone block over here. And then this one here is going to create a death score. So again, we don't want a clock running, or we don't want a circuit running if we don't need it running. So we're going to create a scoreboard of Herobrine death. We're also going to oh, I see what that does. We're going to set the redstone block over on the whatever side it is. These are all pistons with redstone blocks. So which one is that? That is set block. Oh no, that's set block. Oh, that's creating. Aha. Okay, so this one here is starting this clock, and this is the one that's testing for us to die. And if we do die, it's going to basically reset everything here. But this is sort of. I'm really proud of this one because it kind of like works with your emotions of jump scares and stuff. We're going to set this redstone block here at the same time to start the clock. And then what it's going to do is it's going to change your difficulty first. Over here, we're going to replace all of the redstone blocks, on one of these, with clay. And then again over here with clay. So as we do that, you will see the letters get pushed in. Let me see if I can do that. I think it might be this one. Yeah, there we go. So it changed those to clay, but oh man, okay. As soon as I do this, there we go. It changes back to redstone. That's part of the reset. But it goes around changing all the pistons to pull them out, and then eventually it gets to, let's see here. Yes. Okay, so then what it does is it starts to break these here and change them to barrier blocks so that the player doesn't fall down, but it makes that sound of freaking the player out. And then let's see what else it does. I think near here, at the very end, last one, it puts blindness on the player. So if I do this, everything will go dark. There we go. Let me give. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's dark, and then as soon as we've got this cave sound here, just like, oh, what's gonna happen? Ooh, it's dark. I think I take the darkness away. We play the sound. We also summon Herobrine, and oh, maybe I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself some AP milk. And I'm going to drink it just to get rid of that effect. But it gives you that dark effect. And that's what it was. It gives you the dark effect, which you're in pitch black. But then it changes to a sea lantern so that you have a little bit of light shining right at Herobrine. The Herobrine command is a little more complicated. Well, it's quite a bit more complicated than it needs to be, because when I made this section, the Mojang had something wrong with custom heads. So we actually had to do this massive command here. We've got an invisible mob. I think it might be a skeleton. I can't remember. And yeah, he's wearing a skull of Herobrine. And check this out. This is insane. This is an insane command right here. This is no longer necessary. I was very happy that they fixed this, but at the time when I was making it, I had to do this. Otherwise, you would have a regular head, and I really wanted Herobrine there. Yeah, that's a crazy. Anyway, that all gets set there. Herobrine kills you, and then this gets activated here. With that clock, it's activated. Okay, so we don't have a score. Resets everything, and then what happens is this block. Let's see here. This block gets set here. If I do the test, oh boy. If I do the test, there we go. It starts to remove everything. So when somebody dies, it starts to remove everything and everything. Oh, there we go. Come on. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. All these are reset within their own, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry, it's so hard to explain this stuff sometimes. But basically, these are getting activated. These ones here, the redstone here, getting activated. And then when they deactivate, the torch gets activated, which sets them back up. Resetting these puzzles are very important in case the person goes back and does this same consequence again. Okay, question 29. I don't really think there's anything I need to go over in that, but just to show you real quick, and I mean real quick, the summon command here, I did have to use the, where is it? There we go. I had to use that texture command, but it is summoning a zombie with a custom head. Notch, Fruct Hamster, it was Jacob, whatever, and Carl Mana, I think it's Carl Mana. And so it just summons a mob there. But the other thing I should tell you about is I didn't want zombies to step on the pressure plates and activate things. So I had to make a little bit of an adjustment. Where is it? Here we go. It's testing for any player to be on that pressure plate to activate more. Because if there's not a player, like if you look, if I do this, it'll set a mob there. If I grab an item and I drop it on there and I'm not in range, oh, come on. There we go. If I drop an item, there we go. It doesn't actually summon him anymore because it's set on the player having to actually be in that location. And that you may want to actually do that if you're a map maker where you only want players to activate pressure plates. What you can do is just test for if the player's there with a comparator. And then the other thing you can do is this block data command with the success count of 0. It resets that that previous command block to act like it wasn't affected. And that's important because to have it only a pulse, basically. Instead of having it fully lit up, you just want a pulse. And then all these commands here. So that's pretty basic, I think. Just the summon command. You know what? Go down. You know what? You can just die. And then we go through here, and he will try to chase me, but in the original episode of this, we aren't actually opening a door. We're set blocking a door. He doesn't know there is a passage here. He thinks it's a block. That's why they will not come over here. And finally, question 30, which is like the absolute most basic one. I'll just show you what's happening down below here. I don't even know if these are all necessary. But where's the teleport command? Teleport. Where is the teleport command? There it is. So we are moving them back 5 blocks back, and we are teleporting them 1,000 blocks up in the air. Now, when we were testing this, Jesper found out that he could fall down and actually hit that button, but I put barrier blocks up there to stop that from happening. So anyway, Mojang specifications is the correct answer. We hit it. We finally get the wall. I have no idea why that that other little item will appears there. And oh boy, guys, we are finally done our discussion with the trivia branch, which means I believe parkour is next. And parkour, I'm actually quite proud of how it turned out. I really like that branch. There's some kind of fun stuff with jumping in that one. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around those episodes. That was a lot more than I thought it was going to take. Wow. I hope you learned some stuff, and I do apologize if I can't explain it as well. It is a lot of info, and all I can say is break open the map and try to look at the commands and figure it out for yourself, and maybe get inspired to make your own map. But we will see you next time, guys, in developer commentary. Again, thank you so much. Enjoy your Minecrafting.